The Gilded Age is back this week with episode 3, and that ending, wow. All I can think about is Gladys's pearls crashing to the floor, an emotional moment that felt deeply symbolic. It was as if her world, perfectly poised and polished, had just come undone. This was a powerful, emotionally charged episode that didn't give much breathing room for any of the characters. From Arthur feeling judged, Ada drowning in grief, Agnes feeling excluded, Jack facing constant rejection, to Gladys accepting the Duke's proposal. There wasn't a single happy resolution. So let's break it all down. Here's the Gilded Age Season 3, Episode 3, Ending Explained. And yes, spoilers ahead. Gladys and the Duke, a match made in misery. These two faces said it all. Bertha had a massive smile plastered across her face at the announcement of Gladys's engagement to the Duke of Buckingham, while George looked heartbroken. He could see his daughter was deeply unhappy, but he didn't act. The Duke initially rejected George's generous offer, not wanting the money set aside for Gladys's allowance. That clearly showed his interest wasn't in Gladys at all. It was in the money. Only when Bertha reminded him that, upon marriage, Gladys's wealth would become his, did he reconsider. A cold, calculated business transaction, that's what it was. The heartbreak behind the smile. Gladys doesn't want this. She wants love, not leverage. When she told George, "You said I could marry for love. You gave your word," it was soul-crushing. The only reason she seemed to go through with it was because she learned Billy had moved on. In her moment of emotional vulnerability, she gave in, backed into a corner by her overbearing mother. And those pearls? Bertha nervously fiddling with them throughout the scene felt like her barely holding it together. And when they finally hit the floor, it felt like the entire Russell image was shattering with them. This may just be the beginning of their decline. Storm brewing in the Russell house. Gladys is clearly unsure about this wedding, and Bertha seems to be sacrificing her family and marriage just to make it happen. George, meanwhile, is making risky bets on the Arizona Railroad project that could financially ruin them. Are we about to see the Russells fall from grace in every sense? Love, business, and social standing? The cracks are forming, and it's fascinating to watch. Bertha's ambition knows no bounds. Bertha is relentless. That smile she gave during the engagement announcement, even as her daughter was miserable, was chilling. She says it's for Gladys's future and influence, but it's clear. This is about her, elevating her status in society, strengthening the Russell name, and climbing ever higher on the social ladder. The moment her maid walked in on Larry and Marian kissing adds another thread to unravel. Will Bertha shift her focus and judgment toward them next? Peggy Scott's story, a spotlight on class and race. Peggy's storyline is expanding beautifully. Her growing connection with Dr. Kirkland seemed sweet, until Arthur's visit to meet Kirkland's mother changed everything. As a formerly enslaved man who built his life in the North, Arthur was judged harshly by Kirkland's mother, who comes from Northern privilege. It exposed a painful rift. Even within the black community, class prejudice ran deep. Peggy's own mother shared Arthur's concerns, worried Peggy would be forever looked down upon by that family. This storyline is doing crucial work, shining a light on an underrepresented part of history. Is a love triangle coming? Peggy and Dr. Kirkland's chemistry was real, but with Mr. Fortune re-entering the picture in the Weeks Ahead trailer, a love triangle might be brewing. If Peggy starts to feel the weight of prejudice from Kirkland's family, she may find herself torn between the safety of love and the sting of societal division. Agnes versus Ada. The power struggle grows. The tension between the sisters is escalating fast. Ada pays the staff, which technically makes her the head of the household, but Agnes can feel the control slipping through her fingers. A donation was credited to Ada instead of her, and Ada's temperance pledge, signed by the staff, left Agnes feeling betrayed and disrespected. Meanwhile, Ada is grieving deeply for her late husband, Reverend Luke Fort. Her desire for the staff to sign the pledge wasn't about control, it was about honoring him. Ada's vulnerability and a potential spiritual turn. That scene where Ada quietly wandered into the kitchen and spoke with Bauer was quietly moving. Her suggestion to seek someone who could speak with Luke hints at a possible spiritual subplot. Ada's grief makes her vulnerable and possibly gullible, and it wouldn't be surprising if she falls under the influence of someone claiming to connect her with her late husband. Jack and the American Dream Jack's journey was a roller coaster this episode. He and Larry pitched his clock design to multiple businessmen, but none bit, until Jack confidently stepped in with technical knowledge during the final pitch. It was a huge moment of growth. Even though he felt crushed afterward, thinking his chance at success was slipping away, Mrs. Armstrong gave him some much-needed encouragement. Jack's story is the ultimate underdog arc, and I believe we'll see him rise. My thoughts on the episode. This episode was a somber masterpiece. Nobody walked away happy, but that's exactly why it worked so well. The pieces are all in motion for explosive developments in the second half of the season. I'm especially intrigued by the tension growing between Bertha and George. It's being told just through the smallest gestures, the subtlest looks, and it's brilliant. Gladys's emotional breakdown, Larry and Marian's hidden romance, and the exploration of race and class in Peggy's story are setting the stage for one of the best arcs in the series yet. Final thoughts and what's next. As the cracks in every character's life start to widen, I can't wait to see where the show takes us. Whether it's Bertha's downfall, Peggy's heartbreak, or Jack's redemption, there's so much drama to unpack. Downton Abbey versus the Gilded Age? For me, Gilded Age wins, hands down. It's bolder, more layered, and the stakes feel real. This season is shaping up to be the best one yet, and I'm loving the transformation in Bertha, even if she's becoming the show's quiet villain. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to check out my playlist covering the entire season. I'm diving deep every week, so don't forget to subscribe. What did you think of this episode? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.